Hello everyone and welcome yet again for Total Warcast. This is episode 14 and I'm your host Daily, reporting, almost live from the snowy tops of Norway. We had some difficulties now, 2 times, so we talked about in the second recording, third time's a charm. Oh no, we don't want that, but yeah, I screwed up and third time's a charm. With me today as my guest is Remlap.
Hello, I'm Remlap.
Yes, good. Good introduction as any.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've been practicing all night.
Yeah. Not intentionally though. God. Yeah. Well, we've been talking for some time now, which is kind of while recording, but then my recording software has been a little bit cluster because I had to format my computer and reinstall everything. And unfortunately, not all the programs I use for this to make this podcast are operational. But yeah, just so for information, guys, is that after my formatting, I discovered that I actually formatted over all the Warcast episodes. So all the Warcasts out there, that's the only copy. Well, people can download it, luckily on Podomatic, but the one on YouTube is not open for download, and I do not have the MP3 files. So those two are, as we say it, gone with the wind, sadly. But
I
luckily
think there's a Firefox add-on that'll let you download it.
Yeah, but I had a guy say that the YouTube download doesn't download more than 20 minutes.
Ah,
So I don't know, to be honest, but from now on, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in Tavern, but I'm going to try to make a torrent for it. Yeah, the ones that pirates use, but the legal kind.
yeah.
But at least, we talk about that in Tavern. Anyhow, let's move on. So, Remlap, today you are here to talk about Rome Total Realism in the mod corner later on.
Correct.
And you are ready for that?
As ready as I can be.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the Warcast for me, as ready as one can be. But firstly, we have to move into the forum frenzy, and this is going to sound a little stale because me and Remlap have been trying to talk this over 2 times already, but we are going to try anyhow. A couple of weeks ago, id Software, the game developers behind Doom and Quake.
Right, that's what they're advertising, is that they were behind Doom and Quake instead of Doom 3 and Quake 3 or Doom 2.
Yeah, and I actually liked Doom 3 a lot. But, yeah, well, it wasn't that groundbreaking as Doom and Quake.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, that was a lot more fun when you said it the first time.
Yeah, because it was fresh information.
Yeah, now it's like, third time, yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's true. But Doom 3 for me was a really good game. Same with they're really good to make PC games, in my opinion. But now we have seen that they have shifted their attention to the consoles, and we are getting leftovers.
As always.
Yes, I don't mind that, of course, but when it's so many games, good games, there could have been so much more on the PC, and they, royally screw us.
Like, look at Oblivion. I mean, if you compare Morrowind to Oblivion, Oblivion is a terrible game, story-wise.
Agreeable, but I actually have to admit that I played Oblivion on console when it first came out.
Right, see, I've never owned a console because I never saw the point, because I poured all of my money growing up into my PC, so...
Yeah, well, you use Linux, so...
Is that your answer for everything?
Yes, that's gonna be my comeback. Every time you try to make a statement, well, you use Linux. Jesus, what's up with that? But yeah, for me, I actually bought because I did not know anything about computers until I was like 16. Started really being interested in PC gaming. So I bought a console. Yeah, I know. Sorry me, I still have it though. It makes a lot of noise, and but it's trustworthy. It's my friend for a long time. And I played Oblivion, Gears of War, great games. But those are games actually made for console, which you saw in Oblivion with its interface and everything.
Right, and playing it on PC was not nearly the same as console.
Yeah, you're a little bit low. Could you move your face closer to the mic, please?
Oh yeah, sorry.
There we are. Good. Thank you. We just need to. The people need to listen to this because this is very important stuff, important business. But
It's life changing.
yes, we will. You will reorganize your life after this. Oh, I hope not. But at least, yeah. But the thing is, the statement, John Carmack, that's the co-founder of id Software. He made a statement. I'm not gonna, because this is gonna be the third time I say it, but at least you can check it out. Uh, he starts out, "We do not see the PC as a leading platform for games," and then he goes on saying that um, it's that because of the big audiences on the console versions, it will get more attention, which we have seen since I've been raging over trying to get it to work. Yeah, and since I have AMD and AT card, and that's their fault. That it's like they can't release a unfinished product and a product that does not work. That's really bad.
Right, and they tried to justify it by saying that it worked in their, like, you know,
In the
testing
test,
area.
well, yeah, it's like what?
You have to test it on multiple PCs. That's why, most PC games have the beta testers that they just bring in from all over the world.
Exactly, and they find the problems and fix it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and people are complaining about Shogun 2. Jesus Christ, that run like that was like fluently compared to this release.
Hmm.
Christ, but at
But
least
people always complain.
yeah, it's like it's in our bodies to complain. But
Yeah.
but the thing is, what we see now is it's been like this for a couple of years now that platform console platforms they get a lot of attention and. Us PC gamers, we get a little bit, we get a little bit of leftovers. We're the, I feel like,
Neglected.
yeah, we're the rangers of the gaming communities. We like
Hmm.
to go walk alone. Yeah. But for example, like, you have so much potential on a PC compared to the consoles.
Right, and even now with Steam, you're seeing more and more of these indie games being made and released, and they'll all work because they're making them on, not Windows based or Apple based. It's just, you know,
Yeah,
but the console still doesn't have that. You've still got the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and you have to buy a game for that or the other. It,
exactly.
so,
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with these the kind of things is that you have such much unlimited potential for a PC game compared to the closed up versions of console games. Now I'm talking, yes, I'm a huge fan of mods of every game almost. Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's
and
let the community, like, fine, you use 2 3 years, maybe 1 year to develop a game, make the game, and then just let the community, guys who love the game, play the game maybe 700 hours, and then let them go nuts on it. Just do whatever, and then you just can see incredible things. And that's the thing you can see, for example, with Minecraft and like
yeah,
Mountain Blade Warband and Total War series. Jesus, it's like,
well, pre Empire.
yeah, well, that's because of the new engine. So
Right. And I mean,
we're not gonna walk into
that's
that.
yeah, that's some hot water.
Yeah, it is. It's on ice. Of course, we could say a lot of bad things and all that, but we will not move into that. They are trying to justify. I'm not. Whatever. Yeah, but at least it's a little bit discouraging for me, at least, because um, one thing, the consoles are very limited. That's one thing. With the you
Right.
don't have mods
It's
and thing, and like the closest thing you can come to different game mods is, for example, in Halo, where you make like zombie mod, and then you can like forge. That's like, and
yeah.
that's like nothing. That's nothing. That's like a map making or something.
Hmm. It's just what's ingrained in the console. The console has always been very closed source. So,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and that's
yeah.
something I want to like nostalgia when we walk down nostalgia lane. That is Far Cry. Like
What's
Evolution. I don't know what's it called. It's one of the Predator. I don't know what it's called, but at least in there was a game mod called Predator.
and I mean, like, by closing off the mods, they lose a lot of potential new game designers.
Yeah.
Because when you're making a mod, you make a lot of when you make the large scale mods, you make a lot of decisions as game designers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly, and that's the thing about, like, for example, with, yeah, that's one thing, but also like the playability and how long the game lives is one thing. For example, like I said with Far Cry, the reason why I played that for maybe half a year longer than, or maybe like a year longer, because I would just complete it in a weekend and then stop playing, is because of the map making. You can make awesome, brilliant maps and then have that game mod you had in the game on it. And I played that for so much, and that was on a console.
yeah, or if you look at the different PC versions of it, like look at Warcraft 3 and all the different
Yeah.
maps and models out for that.
Exactly. Like I still play that Warcraft 3. It's like
It's
custom
a
maps.
good game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really good game, and that's the thing we see. Now this has moved into like almost a mod discussion, but whatever. I love
Yeah.
talking about mods. But like Warcraft 3 custom maps, it's like the thing I can turn back to that anytime. It's so fun.
Exactly. Or I mean even, Rome Total War mods.
Yeah.
Like or Medieval 2 or really any of them.
Mm,
You can just go back and it's like a whole new game.
yeah. Yeah, and one of the biggest, my biggest, like my hate developer is like Modern Warfare 2. Modern
Oh,
Warfare, yeah,
yes. Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 is my hate game of the century, or not the century, but yeah, at least I hate that because I loved Call of Duty 4. It was the perfect first-person shooter for me. I loved it. It had mods, it had great gameplay, you can pro game at it, whatever. It had it all. But then, boom, Modern Warfare 2, no mods, no dedicated servers, some goddamn quick match bullshit, and yeah, they ruined my game.
That's one of the port things because they were like, well, we could take the time to develop this for the PC guys, but nah.
Yeah, and you have all the guys who on the PC say, "Oh, I like Modern Warfare 2 because I could play with my friends." Yeah, well, you could still play with your friends just on a dedicated server.
Yeah.
You can have zombie mod. Jesus, one of the coolest zombie mods ever is the one on Call of Duty 4. One of them. God, that was so intense. But nostalgia trip. Like I listened to that's something true about. I read somewhere that a lot of the guys who like look back at the glory days, for example, when you first played Rome Total War, back in the day, like when you were younger, or for example, I played Gears of War or GTA or stuff like that. You had a really good time, and when you look back at that, you think that's like the evolution of games. But then you actually play the games now, and it's not the same. Because they have a higher. I don't know if it's higher standard or whatever, but at least it's that's something I want to advise people: do not play the games that you have played back in the day, which you haven't played in a very long time, because you might actually ruin those good
Well, see,
memories.
that's how I was felt with the Ocarina of Time, and I'm kind of mad that they ported it to the DS and made it 3D, and that's silly. But I
But
went back and I played it again a long time ago.
yeah,
Well, when I was little, I always get stuck on the water temple, so I went back and as, you know, 16, 17, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat it this time, and I went all the way through it, and it was just as hard as I remembered.
yeah.
So it
But
really
you
just,
but you enjoyed it as much, right?
yeah, I mean, it was probably more so because I got more of the stuff going on than when I was like 8 or 10.
Yeah,
Like, so,
exactly. Yeah, of course that's one of because yeah, exactly. But for example, with me, I tried to play Gears of War the other day.
well,
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
mean
that's not the
that's
same.
different.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different game.
They're not on the same design level.
Exactly. And I was like, ugh, this is boring. Let's do something else. Well,
But if you go back and play Doom, Doom's still good. The
exactly.
graphics are terrible, but the
Yeah,
gameplay is solid.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so but it depends on the games what you like. But still, you see, like I have a lot of history with gaming. I still will, and I probably will game until I'm like 60, 70, or until my hands fall off. But
I'll probably keep going until you know.
kids,
No. See, I can't stop there.
No, but you will. I will game with my kids. Jesus, I will have LAN with my kids.
Yeah. We're gonna have a LAN party, and in the meantime, I'm going to install. Dad, don't install Linux on.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have Windows, like I don't know, Windows 13.
Yeah. It's
It
still
has.
the same Windows, but this time we have this little box in the
We have
corner, and
in
it
Windows
flashes colors.
Arrow
Arrow.
10. It's epic. It's a 3D
I
mouse.
actually downloaded the Windows 8 Metro preview, and it's stupid. There's no start bar.
They don't have a start bar.
There's no start bar. There's this new start screen, which is the Windows Phone screen, and it's ridiculous. I'm like, how
What?
do I find anything?
Oh God, they're trying not to be Mac. That's a problem. Oh, we need to do something new. Yeah. That's something
The only thing it had going for it was that you could still use it over and
yeah.
over again.
Mm.
Now
Yeah.
it's like,
Mm, exactly. Yeah. I hate Vista. That was total clusterfuck. But then you
oh,
had Windows 7. I enjoy that because it like does everything for me and it works.
yeah. I mean, for my favorite Windows was XP, but I just upgraded my Windows XP computer to 7
Yeah.
because I got a DirectX 11 graphics card. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I used XP up until the thing about XP that I did not actually like is that of course you have a lot more control of your computer and stuff like that, but it was a lot of clunky and I had a lot of problems with it, when I installed different programs and such. Eventually,
yeah, I mean, it wasn't, I guess,
optimal.
s- yeah.
But then of course I use Windows 7 and now I don't have any problems at all. But yeah, well, it's the way of things, you know. You have to upgrade sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, I do miss my Windows XP on this computer, but
Yeah. Way of the world. I'm getting old. Jesus. I'm like 19 now. I remember playing
yeah,
my Nintendo 64, you know, with Mario, Super Mario 64. Oh,
I know, and you run around. It's
oh,
amazing how much the technology has changed from when, me and you were probably 7 or 8
yeah,
to now we're both 19 and the graphics are, getting to the point where some games can actually look like a Pixar film.
exactly. Which is awesome. I love
Mhm.
that. But of course, yeah. Now you can imagine how I remember Mortal Kombat on the like very old Nintendo.
Yeah, where it was 16-bit, 8-bit graphics.
Oh God, how's the days? Oh, well, the nostalgia lane again. It's not good. It's like I almost want to like buy one and just oh no. And we need to go.
Just
Yeah,
emulate it. It'll be better.
yeah, exactly.
Way cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Well, moving on from that one, actually, the last couple of I've been actually playing some new games, which is, for example, Orcs Must Die.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some things, but I have a very tight budget, and
Yeah, me too.
I
But
have to.
yeah, but I luckily have saved up some money for the upcoming games. You know, so Orc Must Die is something I've been looking at since I heard about it. It's a long time since I heard about it, so I've been very excited for that one. Orcs Must Die is basically just a tower defense game in third person, where you use traps and of course obstacles to kill orcs and other enemies, which will go through a set path and get to a set destination. And you are I know I didn't really care about the story. You're a guardian and you have a crossbow and you have like different magic tricks and blah 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 blah. Okay, the basic thing. You enemies are trying to get from point A to point B, and you gotta kill them in between.
Okay, so it's like Sanctum, but not Sanctum. I don't know
Sanctum?
if you played that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sanctum is a first-person shooter tower defense.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, maybe, probably. I don't know, but
It's a
yeah,
niche game.
yeah. So you have different, like you have floor traps, you have wall traps, and you have what do you call it again? What's the God damn it, Daily. No, my English is dropping out. What's the thing you have over your head? A roof. You have
Yeah.
a roof traps. Jesus, and you different varied ways of killing the enemy, which is awesome. I mean, the game is pretty cool. It was a little bit because you have that a little bit console porty thing, you know.
Right.
But
Right.
still, it's a really cool game. It works good, and the controls will work fluently. You have no problems at all. The graphics are cool, and like it's carnage. You know, you splatter orcs bits are flying everywhere, and they have different enemies which do like different challenges and such, which is freaking awesome.
Okay. That's yeah. I mean, sounds like you're. I don't want to sound mean or anything, but it sounds like they kind of just ripped off Sanctum.
Maybe they did, but the Sanctum is a good game, right?
But they put in right, and then they put in their own take on it. So
Exactly.
I mean, look at Angry Birds. What is they're worth like $1 billion now, and all it is knocking off something and putting their own spin on it.
Exactly. So
So
yeah, but yeah, that's something I don't mind ripoffs as long as it's like not like one that Minecraft
not like
thing on
a
Xbox. What was that called again? Like some Boxcraft or I don't know what the hell. It was like
oh yeah, Fortress Craft
yeah, but what?
or all of the God of War clones.
Yeah, exactly. God, but yeah, whatever. But that's one game. The other one, I'm getting hyper. The three games like this, like I said, like this late in this year, I say 2011 is gonna be a great game year. For example, we
Yeah.
have Skyrim, Battlefield 3, and Saints Row the third.
See, I never played the Saints Row games, but I'm really excited for Skyrim.
Yeah, good, good, good. What about the Battlefield 3? You excited for that one?
Um, well, I am because it's supposed to be more like Battlefield 2 and less like the Call of Duty games.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of disappointed with the bad companies because the bad companies took the combat mechanics from Call of Duty, and I was like,
Exactly, yeah.
when I play Battlefield, I want to play Battlefield, and I'm
Exactly,
kind of
it's a total
excited.
different setting, but at least you play the beta?
No, I have not played the beta, but I've seen several videos of it online, and it
Yeah,
looks
have you
like it's
seen
going to
mine and
be.
Anchors? Have you seen me and Anchor?
No, I haven't.
You
I'll
go on
have to go.
my afterwards when we're done here. You can go on. I'm gonna send you a link. It's me and Anchor playing Battlefield 3 for I don't know 15 minutes or something. You don't need to watch the whole thing, but at least I edited some. I liked it. So yeah, yeah.
Was it more like Battlefield 2 or?
Yeah, I would say so. You can lay down. You know, you have it's very polished. You know, you have the same of the I don't know what the feeling of from Battlefield, no, the Bad Company 2, but not in that high degree. Everything feels a lot more fluent. It's not very forced. You know, cars feel
Right.
great. Tanks is great. Jets are a little bit slow for my comfort, and the maps feel the two maps I tried. The first one was Metro, which was the close border only infantry, which was it was fun because the close quarter is awesome. I just have to say, you get a little bit tired of it, but then we went to yeah, it's called something I don't know. It's a border, whatever. It's a huge map. You have tanks, you have airplanes, you have helicopters. You know, fly around, blow shit up, fun, fun, fun. And it's a lot of fun. Plus, you have 64 players, so you actually feel that there's a huge battle going on the other side of the map while you are actually
Right.
fighting.
Well, I don't know if you ever had the chance to play the Battlefield 2142, but
20, 2142. I have tried it, yes, but that is only on Xbox, and I did not play it.
no, it's on PC.
It's only on PC.
I don't know if it's only on PC, but it is on PC.
Yeah, well, I borrowed the game from a friend, and I
Okay.
only played it on Xbox. I'm sorry, sorry.
Oh, no,
It's
it's fine.
yeah, okay.
Um,
So yeah, but I heard that it's a good game.
well, what they had done is they increased the amount of people on a server to 128 as opposed to 64,
Yeah,
and the maps were huge because you had giant gunships and like Goliaths and everything, and
yeah,
playing with 128 people online at once is insane.
yeah. Then it's
It's
truly war.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they did not do that on Alpha 3. Maybe I feel like that's maybe too many.
yeah, it is because there's no real time to like catch your breath. It's just go, go, go.
Yeah, Yeah, but I hope at least that they do good with Battlefield 3 because they have actually put a lot of time in it and it looks freaking amazing. And after Modern Warfare 2, I have actually boycotted the Call of Duty series. So middle finger, yeah. I'm actually gonna don't pirate it just for the hell of it and just gonna lay it on my hard drive and just leave it there.
Never touch it.
Yeah, just like a big middle finger to Infinity Ward. But that's my payback, and I Battlefield 3. I can't wait. It sounds awesome, and it looks awesome. What I tried in the beta, it's some things I want to. Sure, it's like minor tweaks and such, but it's not like that. You get turned off by the game. It's really amazing, to be honest. By the way, have you seen the trailer for it, the newest one, release or
No.
launch?
Um,
Well, the thing is, that's something funny because they had literally ripped off on Call of Duty on the single player story. It's like, oh, a nuclear weapon is a miss. Marines, go in, get him, hoorah! You know, it's like the same. And then you have like these SA, I just call them CIA or something. It's basically the same story of Call of Duty. You have like the sneaky like spec ops dudes going behind the curtains and stabbing people in the back, and then you have like the Marines going in full hoorah style and blasting everything to bits. So it's
sounds like a Marine.
sounds like Call of Duty story, but at least I think it's gonna be really awesome, to be honest. So,
Mhm.
but then it's Skyrim.
Yes,
Do you,
that's.
are you excited, man?
I'm excited. Like, I wish I could go pre-order it right now, cause, but
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean,
amazing.
it's Bethesda. There's gonna be some bugs. It's gonna be kind of glitchy in some spots, but it's gonna be a really good game.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. Exactly, and I think the thing I've seen about it is that it seems that they have added so much more from the previous games that it's actually gonna be have so much to do. You know,
Right. It's not gonna.
yeah, you have some. For example, what I with Oblivion, I played that many hours, and I tried started a new campaign. I did something else, than what I was before. I think this is gonna be like 10 times that.
Yeah. Whereas with Morrowind, it was more not linear, but there was more of like you need to do this within the time frame of the story.
Yeah, exactly. And here, of course, you have the main story as always, but then of course you have. Uh,
Just as long as that not the demon gate grinding.
oh, I hated that. Oh, that was horrible.
I think they
Oh,
were
why
just
did you
like
have to bring that up? I had like it was on the nostalgia lane. Oh, believe it was so great, and then you just had to bring up that. Oh,
you had to take the good with the bad.
yeah, but that was like so bad that. Oh, why did you have to remind me? Now it's like, oh, screw Oblivion. Yeah, but at least I
Well,
never. I only did that once. After that, I just did like the faction, different like guilds and such.
well, I mean, if you just go up to the point where you join the Blades and then you ignore the rest of the game,
Yeah,
it's a lot more fun.
yeah, exactly. That's what I did usually. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. Like I'm excited. I'm even thinking about what kind of guy I want to make.
Hmm.
Like a sneaky elvish ranger or a little like a big black orc with axe. I need to go Viking style sometime.
I've never actually figured out the class that works best for me in any of the Elder Scroll games.
Yeah, I have always gone for the I always try to like go a little bit of magic, each time I try to play. But then it always falls back to like the big axe. I don't know what's with me, but I think it's like my genes. It takes me over. But I always go back for the big axe. And
Yeah.
it's worrying because like I saw my friend, he was like this pussy mage, which run around and just blasting fireballs everywhere. Of course, that's cool as well. But I always fall back to the big armored axe dude.
Mhm. I'm.
Oh, I don't know. That's something I don't know. I want to try the magic guy as well because I feel that that's an unexplored world for me.
Well, see,
And
they're finally putting the dual wielding in, so probably just gonna do that.
Yeah, exactly. Or just have two huge axes. Hell, yeah.
You
Oh,
know, just,
yeah. Just go amok, burn a village down,
you
kill
know,
some dragons. Be a man.
um, they just had some news recently that you're gonna be able to summon a friendly dragon.
Yeah, actually, I saw that today. Yeah, that sounds really awesome.
Yeah, I was like, nice.
Hey, a
So,
pet dragon. How awesome.
and that's funny because they're putting dragons in Minecraft. So I'm waiting for the next lawsuit between the two of them.
Yeah, like hey, like now it's Mojang turn to hey, you took our dragons. Look, they almost look squarish. Get him. With pitchforks and lynching people up the nearest tree. Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Let's not go into that one. That was just, but of course that was not like the Bethesda. They actually said that was
that was like the
legal.
company that owns Bethesda
Yeah,
suing them.
yeah. But whatever. But it looks great. I can't wait. It's it's like one of the games that I've set off money for this year to buy.
Right.
It's like Skyrim, Battlefield 3, and Saints Row the Third. Even though Saints Row the Third is like on the lowest scale of the lists at the moment, because it's like I don't know. I feel that I played Saints Row 1, Saints Row 2, love them both, and now Saints Row 3 the third. But I feel that they're just going loonier and loonier to the point that it's almost too loony for me.
Just as long as they don't follow the Call of Juarez path. Those games are absolute rubbish.
Yeah, but you can't even compare those, to be honest. But yeah, sure. As long as they don't
Well,
go that
I,
down.
I have no basis of comparison for the Saints Row. I've never played it, so
Yeah, but yeah, I played so many. Yeah, it's really great, to be honest. I bought both on console, but now I'm going PC because I want to get a little more out of the graphics. Sure, and I always preferred keyboard and mouse because you have a lot more aiming. You can like pwn everything. So
yeah, it's actually funny if you play like the games, well, with the PC games. If you play online and if you look at the other person close enough, if you sneak up in front of them and jump in front of them, you can actually see their gun like move around as they get startled.
yeah, yeah, you can see that a lot for
That's
me because I'm probably the most jumpy kid in Norway. Jesus. Like one of my, I actually, I have been not scared. I won't say that, but you get that, when people jump in front of you, or a
yeah.
sound and such. I actually got started by Ice Aged that way. The movie with those
Mhm.
cuddly mammoths and such. Yeah, I actually got
Yeah.
jumped by that. Jumping. God, I hate that.
Yeah.
But at least, yeah, well,
Are
some
you
of
sure
us.
you're a Viking or?
Oh, it's not that I'm scared. Jesus, it's just that I loud noises. It gets
Oh yeah.
every
Well,
time.
I mean, it's very easy to make someone startled. It's very hard to scare them.
Yeah, I like freaking. I go every other summer. I go to rape and pillage the English coastal village. So they are more scared of me than I am them.
Just,
But
make sure you throw their tea in the harbor for me.
oh no, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, I don't want the British to invade our country. Christ, they're very touchy about their tea.
That's true.
Yeah, just look at yeah. Go to war over tea. Hey, you took our tea. Ah, run! The British Armada is coming. Whatever. Yeah. Well, now we have actually covered what I want to talk about. We have talked a little bit about the games, and we talked about yeah, we talked nice conversation. Very good. But now I want to give you a little history lesson. I was into like I'm a very lurker on TWC. I'm not very chatty of me. In some cases, I take care of my own part of the forums, which is Total Warcast part of the forums. Yeah, and be more active, guys. Jesus, I need more people writing in there, so I have something to do, and I need ideas for the next show and etc. But at least I went into the Shogun 2 history department. I don't know Shogun. I don't know what it's called, research center, or I can't remember. But at least there was a guy there who asked about the absence of shields in Japan warfare, and I checked it up because I was really curious about this. And there's probably at least maybe 10 people of the guys who's listening to the show who wondering about this as well. The reason for this is that actually it got into after and at the 421 AD. That means like after Christ, or supposedly was born. You know, the time. I don't know what you call it. The year calendar which we use.
After Domine.
After Domine, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, whatever.
now they're switching over to Common Era. So
in our time age, right? Isn't that?
yeah, so BC before Common Era, and then Common Era, which is our age.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah,
so.
they got their head up their asses, every single one of them. Whatever. But at least we need to start again. We should have started again at 2000. You know, like year 11. Yeah, this is year 11. But at least 421 AD, an envoy from China. There's a lot of names here, like Emperor Ojin, son of Empress Jingu, but that's not relevant. But an envoy was sent to China, and then horses began to be introduced into Japan and Japanese warfare. So at 421, they did not use horses in Japanese warfare, but after that it got introduced, and then shields and shield wall tactics was still used, but the common like 4 feet Japanese pavis, which was a large square shield like wall. It's like the shields which the crossbowmen in medieval 2 used, the huge ones, the big squarish one, and the walls which the archers can deploy in Shogun 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, they start to disappear at this time when the uses of horsemen become very dominant.
Yeah, because you don't want to be lugging around a shield while horses are charging into you.
Yeah, and also the halberd and the lance give away to the sword and bow, and scale armor based on shiny styles also developed. So like at this time we started to get like it had a little evolution in Japanese warfare because of Chinese influence. So that was the history lesson. So now we know why they don't use so much shields, which is weird to be honest. But yeah, but still.
You know.
Yeah, now we know something. I don't know if you did you. Know.
Well, I knew they had shields at some point. I just didn't know at which point they had discarded them.
Oh, now we know something new. Hooray!
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, now I think it's time we actually get into the reason why Remlap is joining us today. And that is the mod corner. Yes, I usually, like back in the day when I actually did this, I actually stopped the recording and I started again for each segment. You know, so for when we went to like we had the introduction, and then I stopped it, and then we did the forum frenzy and like had this little forum frenzy blah blah. And actually, I had the plan that I had some what you call it, like little music file which played like epic music or something, forum frenzy like stuff like that. But it never. Right. Now I just do it in all one go because it becomes more natural.
Yeah, that's more like a conversation.
Yeah. Which is important, but at least now it's time for Mod Corner, and today topic is Rome Total Realism, which Remlap has worked on. Rome Total Realism is a total conversion for Rome Total War. It's a conversion which aims for realistic, like on the realistic scale of things as one of its key components, and of course, and as you know, you have naked fanatics in Rome Total War, and in this mod they are actually naked, which will arouse, well, those who want realism and the female side of the forums, and of course one of the guys in the back. Har har, wink wink, that nudge nudge, joke.
Are you trying to imply something?
But for the Rome Total Realism team. Well, I would assume they wanted realism, so they added naked fanatics, like real naked fanatics.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not.
And that's actually development in the latest installment of the Rome Total Realism, which is Rome Total Realism 7.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of that, and I was like, finally, naked people. I needed that. Not really, but it's still kind of funny. I was laughing.
Well, if you go look at it's like Aristalia. Let me look. Yeah, Aristea by Zhuge Liang. I mean, that one has naked Amazons in it. So.
Ooh, like women.
Yes. For the other half of the forum.
Yeah, for the main part of the forum. I don't think there's so many female users. Like, remember, we have there's no women on the internet. Girl, guy in real life. Hello, get updated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll never know.
yeah. But at least, first things first, the layout of all the mods. A little small guide for all those who want to get into it. Now, I went in there and I was like totally confused because there's a lot of different things. There's a lot. You have Rome, RTR 7, and of course, when I talked to you and Gunny, I got a little bit because he talked of different things, and God, I was so confused. So I need you to pull the strings together and explain everything. So just lay it out on all the different things that it has made. Okay?
Okay. Well, a lot of the things is there is a lot of different versions of RTR because it was one of the first mods, if not the first one, I can't remember, for Rome Total War. And it was the first total conversion with Rome Total War, or Rome Total Realism 6. It was, no one had ever seen anything like this in the Rome Total War community. They were like, wow. And they redid all the units, the map, everything. And that was just learning as we went on. This is back when, modding was behind closed doors and people kept the secrets of how to do things. So
Ah,
it's not like that anymore,
the dark
thankfully.
ages of modding,
Yeah.
basically.
But you have the Rome Total Realism 6, and it's a grand campaign. You have two different versions, Gold and Platinum. They're the same game. It's just which engine it's on, or not engine, but what patch it's on. And the Platinum is what everyone who's playing Rome Total War, who has bought Rome Total War in the past, 10 years, needs to play because that's on the latest patch of Rome Total War, which is
Mm.
1.5.
Mm.
So, just if you want to play the old version, which is the full-scale grand campaign, traditional Total War style, you want to go with the Rome Total Realism 6 Platinum.
Okay.
Now, after Platinum was released, the team kind of disbanded, and a new group of people came in, and they made Rome Total War. Let me see if I can. I have to remember what it
Gold?
is. No, 7.
7. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
TIC,
yeah.
the
Okay.
Iberian Conflict.
Okay. Okay.
And what it is it focuses on Rome and, or not Rome, but Iberia and Carthage and their battles.
Oh.
And it's a lot more scripted than usual, but it's still a really fun playthrough, and I highly suggest if you want to have more of a Napoleon Total War style gameplay, you go in and you try that out. Now, after that was Fate of Empires, which is, forgive me, I'm having trouble remembering, but it's more like it's still scripted, but it's not nearly scripted as much, and it's where they introduced mini regions, which are basically just economic centers, like in Warscape, but with like an actual town.
Okay.
So there's a lot of huge mechanic changes, and we could be here all night, and I still wouldn't be able to do justice to them.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna keep you here that long. I need to go to bed anyhow in a couple of hours. So
Yeah, so.
yeah.
But it's still a lot of fun. It's more like focused on the Punic Wars, kind of in a way.
Okay.
And then you have the latest release, which is RTR 7, and it is completely different. If you've played a Total War game, the only thing you're going to see that's the same is that you can recruit your own units, but it from it's basically a new Total War in all aspects.
Ooh.
I've said that a few times, but it's basically pushing the Rome Total War engine as far as it can go, and a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it's. I can't see anything in it.
It's unique.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
trying to say that.
It sounds actually. It sounds like if you delve into Rome Total Realism and all its mods, you're gonna have several hundred hours of gameplay.
Yes, and I mean every single faction does something different, and like one of my favorite areas to play besides Rome is Greece, because so much work has been put into making Greece feel like city states going to war and the
Hmm.
small empires, and it's a lot of fun. It's,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's basically fun.
well, the same thing never happens twice, which is very well not rare in a total war game, but generally you have one or two like areas like emerging to dominate. Well, in every game, any faction has the chance to rise up and start dominating the area around it
Oh,
that you might have to fight. So
awesome.
it's definitely different, and I mean, there's leadership traits and that are very unique for each of the different countries. Like, you need generals, and in order to conquer new territories, otherwise you have huge amounts of unrest. It's very different.
Cool.
I highly recommend it if you want like a very challenging campaign.
Awesome. That sounds really fun. I need to I need to check that out afterwards. I just need to get my Rome up and working again.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah, but at least working now. Let's go into the history of things. Like, who started Rome Total Realism back in the day?
um, I don't know. That was before I was modding.
Okay,
Yeah. Like,
whoever find that out and post it in the thread, which for this episode,
um,
because
should take like one search real quick because it's already open here. Let me see if I can.
yeah, you be my researcher for this. I need a partner, for example, Lee Knight or something, and he can check things out while I do all the talking.
Yeah.
So you be my researcher now and find out who started it all.
All right. I'd have to go on to like it. There's a lot of history there. It's a very old mod.
Yeah, it seems that there's been a lot of people working on it as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, whatever. Whoever you are, good job. You deserve a hug or something. But yes,
well, I can tell you that Seven started with Marcus Cornelius Maximus, or MCM on the forum, and he started the things rolling with TIC, and he was in charge of Fate of Empires as well, and it was really uh, Muser and Tony83 who took up the sword for Rome Total Realism 7, the grand campaign that we just released. The latest release is
okay,
really they're the minds behind it.
okay.
So,
Well, yeah, cool. But now we need to talk about you, my friend. You who are here. What was your part in Total Realism?
um, well, I came in on the latest game. I mean, kind of.
7?
Yeah, I came in about a year ago, and I had been involved in like small modding things before that. Nothing really fancy that went anywhere. But
Yeah.
they brought me in to make the new walls for the game, which is one of the things that has just been discovered recently that people have started figuring out how to do it. So I made them all the walls. I did some minor graphic changes, and I made all of the banners and everything.
Cool.
I did a very small part of the whole game.
Yeah, well, at least you're saying
Just
it now.
because
But oh, I did everything. Yeah, but at least you
no, I Rome Total Realism is very much a sum of all of its parts, of a group of people working and putting it together.
it's a
Instead
community
of
who put it together.
right, it's not just like one
One guy.
person
Yeah.
goes and I mean RS is like that in some ways, but at the same time it's more like Tone and DVK just you know, pushed
Yeah.
it through.
Yeah. Well, it looks completely awesome, and even though you did a small part, the thing we want to get out here is that get the attention turned towards the mods and people who might actually don't have the what you call it, doesn't want to do a lot of
Right.
researching on the mods. They can just come in here, listen to us jabber about it, and then hey, I might actually enjoy that, and then they go in and download it.
It's
Yeah. Oh, I'm down nostalgia trip again, talking about talk about modding for Rome Total War. It's a lot of nostalgia for this episode, which is nice. Get good
Yeah.
memories. But at least, yeah. So the future now. This I try to do with all the mods. I talk about what is the future, but this is a really old mod, so sometimes it well, in like it has to stop somewhere. Will it stop?
Um. Well, I'm not. Rome Total Realism may stop as Rome Total Realism, but the team behind it will still keep going. It may not just be Rome Total Realism 8. Um, with the three people who really worked on 7 gone now, 2 with Tony, Muser, and Pat's um, either gone or retired. There's 3 new people who have stepped up to the plate, Maritz, Kepper, and Caligula Caesar.
A
And
lot
they're
of
going
names.
to, yeah,
Just keep going, keep going.
they're going to work on ironing out the bugs in Rome Total Realism 7, and they're going to finish it with some new features and just polish it off. And it's going to be Rome Total Realism 7 Gold, and
Ooh,
that'll be
that's
the
that. That's
last
it.
Rome Total Realism, as far as I know,
Oh,
like that. After they finish this off, they're going to move on to the Medieval 2 platform with almost everything else. I can't really say a whole lot about it, but there's a lot of ideas up in the air. And what it looks like, it's going to be more like the Iberian conflict or a Fate of Empires kind of campaign instead of a huge grand campaign.
yeah, awesome.
'Cause- Mhm. So, also, they're looking for more artists. So,
Yeah, throwing that out there. They need more artists.
yeah.
Go in there if you're interested.
I'll look through your resume and I'll either pass you on or I mean what?
Yeah, send them a bribe on PayPal or something.
Yeah.
He didn't need the money for Skyrim. Hello, help
I
the
mean
guy out.
I'm better off than I was. I'm eating more than one meal a day, but
Well, I know. As long as it's big enough, I can. Yeah, I just need one meal as well. But mine is coming out of that I eat so much instead of it's yeah, and sleep so long instead of money. But still, yeah. So yeah, that was Rome Total Realism. Old but golden. How's that from the golden age of Total War? So it's
yeah, I mean it's I
it's
don't
still
want to
fun.
say it's a relic, but I guess it's one of the oldest teams. EB and Rome Total Realism are the oldest teams for Total War that are still producing new mods.
Huh.
So,
Awesome. Yeah. So there you go. A little bit digging in the dust, you know. So check it out if you guys want to go down nostalgia lane with me, and yeah, again, and check it out. So that was today's mod corner. I hope you all enjoyed it. Next week we will do another one. Hopefully next week. I say always next week because it's supposed to be a weekly podcast. The problem being is that you have to find actual content for it, and since new mods aren't released every single week, even like which they should be. Well, they are actually, to be honest. A new mod
well,
almost.
yeah, but there's no
Yeah,
major modifications being
yeah.
released.
And I feel always that I can't give if it's posted on the front page. I can't take that one because it's like it's getting my. I need to take someone else who might need exposure more. Yeah, and that's something, guys. If you think you can like give something back to the Total Warcast, if you want to be on it, you want your mod to get a little bit of exposure, just send me a message. Christ, I'm having trouble enough trying to fill a show like this and finding guests. So just drop me a note. I am a nice, right, Remlap? I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, he is,
Okay, thank you.
except for when he's threatening me when we're not recording. I mean,
Hey, silence. I will
uh,
seriously end the conversation. No, that's a joke. Yeah. Only you actually heard me mad. That was because of the difficulties with getting the recordings up.
I mean, it's been amusing. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a rage guy, you know. I snap. But that's not for the point. Now, guys, finally, Remlap, welcome. You will now enter the tavern, the golden I know, the golden part of the Warcast.
What I have been working for this whole evening.
Yeah, this is your reward for being on it. As I told you, the tavern is like the off-topic place for to grab a beer, enjoy yourself, blah blah blah. I do not have a beer at the moment, but I drank some coffee and Baileys. Yes, yes, very good to wake up. It's like two. It's 2:10 in the morning here, so I need the energy. But
Yeah.
yeah. So, but first question, which I should actually ask a lot more. But your favorite beer? What is your preferable drink? Even though it can be cheap beer, expensive beer, whatever. What is it?
Um, what I normally drink is just Bud Light. It's nothing fancy.
What is
It's
Bud Light? Isn't that non-alcoholic beverage?
it's a alcoholic beverage. Yeah.
It is. Okay. Okay. I thought
Yeah. It's
light. What?
American.
Okay. Yeah. Because light. Let. Let öl in Norway. Light beer is non-alcoholic.
Yeah. What it just means is that it's has less calories, I guess.
Oh you,
I don't know.
oh you beauty queen! Christ.
I know.
I'm
I don't even know, but like I drink it just because it's more refreshing than the regular
yeah.
Budweiser.
You don't
But
drink. You don't drink Corona, do you?
no, no.
Good. Then yeah, okay, good. I was wondered about that because because in Norway we have lettøl, which it's like basically light beer, you call it, and that's without alcoholic beverage. That's without alcohol. So I just wondered
Right.
if Bud Light had alcohol or not. But apparently
Yes,
it's
yes.
just a lighter version with less calories. But yeah, cool. Then I know that. I don't know if mine is Ås, ours, as some has on the forums has decided to call it, which is from the brewery just 20 minutes from here, in Drammen. So that's my favorite kind of beer. Also like Guinness, I was on, I don't know, do you know what Interrail is, by the way?
No.
No, Interrail is basically a ticket you buy here in Norway or
Oh,
anywhere.
ginger ale. Ginger ale.
No,
Yes, yes.
Interrail. It's not a
Interrail.
beer. It's a ticket you buy from your train station, and then you can go around all over Europe for a reduced price or free on trains.
Oh no,
I,
I
and I
did not
did,
know that.
yeah, well, I did that for a month, like this summer and late summer, and I drank a lot of beer, and I tested out my beer tasting skills, and I can't remember half of them. I actually have a list. I should actually, yeah. I'll wait till I get drunk, and then I'll start blabbering in the next Warcast or something. But at least, yeah. Talking about the Interrail, Deku Trash. You know who it is?
FIFA trash?
No, Deku on the TWC.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, what he requested in the thread that I talk a little bit about my Euro trip. You know,
Oh, okay.
you want to hear more? Where I went and stuff, what I did.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've been over to Europe, so
Oh, you've been in Europe. Where have you been?
um England, France, Switzerland, Austria, Luxembourg, Italy, Germany.
You're kidding me. You have just been in all the countries. Have you been in Spain?
No, I have not
Okay,
been to Spain.
good. I beat
Yet.
you. Yes.
Yet.
Yeah. I was in. I started out in Berlin. I flew there, and then I started out in Berlin, and I moved on to from Berlin to Austria. No. Sorry, Prague in Czechia. You call it that, right? Czechia, is that right?
Check it. It's
Czech.
either Czech or
Yeah, I
might be
said
Czech.
Czechoslovakia, for God's sake. That's even worse. That's not even a state anymore. But Czechia, yeah, I went to Czechia in Prague, which was a surprisingly nice city. We were just, oh, this is gonna be Eastern European. We have like in Norway we have this. It's kind of mean, to be honest, because we went there and just like, wow, this is a really cool and nice city. Like the going out was really cool. You had it was a really awesome city, and like we were so surprised. So that was maybe one of my favorite cities. And then we went to Austria, I think it's called. Yeah, yeah. In the city. Oh God, how can I forget this? What's the Most famous city in Austria again.
Vienna.
Vienna. Yeah, I went to Wien. We called, I don't know, Vienna, whatever. Went to Vienna, which is also a gorgeous city, even though we arrived at night. So it's like we were tagging everywhere where we were, and it was like a ghetto of Vienna. We were like, whoa, what the hell? And we went to the hostel and slept, and when we wake up the next day, we would just walk to like where the actually like to the tourist attractions and like the old buildings and such. And we were like, whoa, really? And we were at oh god, of course, like 2 months later, I can't remember a thing. We went to one of the palaces there. I think it was Dusseldorf or something, and wow, awestruck, awesome, like from the Napoleon time,
Right.
like a huge amount of space that they used into that, and it's awesome. And that's something that's kind of sad with this trip is that the later we went into the trip, the more the more buildings we saw, the more I know what you can say, but we got a little bit more bored every new building you saw because it was like another building, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, you can only look at architecture so much before it starts.
Yeah, you know, and we did that
I
day for a
understand.
month, you know. So,
Hmm.
but at least we went from there to we went from Austria to through Belgium to what do you call it? Oh God, to Italy with the night train from Vienna.
Okay.
So, which was pretty cool. Got drunk on the train, and as we were hung over when we arrived at 8, you know, in Venice. Walked around there just like zombies. Were pretty cool. We were in Venice, and then the same day we actually took the speed train to Rome.
Hmm.
There we was for 2 days. Like all the city, it's like this is like it's so awesome because you hear so much about it and you never been there, and when you come there, it's like so awesome, to be honest.
Yeah.
Every new
Yeah.
city you arrive at, yeah, you've been, of course, you maybe know the feeling.
Well, I haven't been able to go to Rome yet, but I did go to Venice, and I used to read a lot of books about Venice, and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was kind of awesome being able to go through and see all of the things that maybe a character in a narrative or
yeah. Assassin's
travel
Creed, for
through.
example.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. That's something that's really awesome because I feel that Rome has a different feel to it than Venice. I think Venice is a lot. Venice is a lot more special in the sense with the canals and such than Rome because Rome is such a huge city. But
Right.
still, when you go into the Colosseum and you go into like this hugely like for example, the Vatican and stuff like that, it's awestrucking. You just whoa, what? But yeah, and then of course, like after Rome, we went to Milan.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was like, ugh, what is this? You know, we weren't. It's just a cathedral, you know, with the golden statue on the top of it. We just went there, and that was like the only thing we actually, yeah, I know was mediocre, you know, in Milan. And then we went to Nice, and there we just chilled out, got like a little drunk each night, and just bathed in the sun. We had like 30 degrees every single day. It was awesome.
Hmm.
I fixed I got a little bit of tan, you know, because I'm a hip Norwegian, and I'm pale most of the year, and except when I actually those few days of the year when I'm actually able to get out in the sun. Yeah, so that was fun, and then we went to. It's a lot of time. So then we went there, Nice to Spain through France,
Hmm.
and to Marseille and stuff, and then went to Spain, and we actually slept out on a beach in a town called Cuera, on the beach there because it had like this really epic beaches, night right near Valencia, and
Oh.
yeah, so we slept out 2 times. We call in Lyon as well. So after Spain, we decided to go to Switzerland because we hadn't experienced any nature yet, and we thought that Switzerland had awesome nature, so we decided to go there. We went through, and then we ended up in Lyon at 3, now like 11 in the night, in the afternoon, evening, and we decided, Jesus, the train station opens in 5 in the morning. Let's just sleep out in the streets, and we slept at the bus stop right by the train station. I slept 15 minutes that night, and I got woken up like we decided to have guards. One was up for 1 hour, and then another took over for 2 hours and stuff like that. I took the two first guards I took, and that was like 4 hours or something, because I couldn't. I usually can't sleep when I'm sleeping like that, so I just let my buddies sleep. I took over, and when I was tired enough to actually go to sleep, and my other friend took over. 15 minutes later, a dude shows up, asking for a cigarette, and then he starts making a lot of noise, and he actually tries to pickpocket my friend. And he wakes me up by doing some stupid, like trying to distract my friend. And you know what he steals?
What?
He steals a little is something that you put on your lips when it's dry and such. He stole that from my friend, and he looks at it and he understands that it's nothing value. It's cost like 8 kroners or something in Norway, and he just gives it back. That was like that. That's the nearest thing we have come. Hello?
Hello? Are you using Skype?
I am using
I am
Skype.
using Skype. Sorry, I'm talking to my girlfriend. You just killed my internet. That's weird. Okay.
Background noise. Jesus.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Your girl killed the internet?
Yeah.
You let her use the internet? What the hell?
Well, see, I only get like 750 kilobytes per second
Oh,
at my current apartment. I used to get like 2-3 gigabytes a second.
yeah.
So it's a huge downgrade for me.
Yeah, I have fiber, so I can download a full season of something, in 30 minutes. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Well, at least where were we? We were at Lyon. My friend got almost pickpocketed, and that was maybe the closest thing we got to a robbery the whole trip. And then we went to Switzerland, and we went to a town called Grueris, a old medieval town. So that's something that was really when we actually sat down outside the hotel when we were waiting in that medieval town and waiting for the room to get ready. I sat down and I listened, and you know what I could hear? Nothing. What? That was the thing. You got so because you for like 3 weeks in huge cities, there's noise all around you. You're stressful. You have to go around seeing buildings and all that stuff. And for the first time, I sat down there and just like breathed it out and just Jesus. We have gone a long way, and then that turning point, because then I was like, oh, I've seen so much, I experienced, and that was actually my ending point for my trip. Like I am happy with the trip. I am satisfied. And from then on, it was like more, okay, let's just chill out while we go home. And it was pretty epic because you've been in Switzerland, right? You said that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty epic nature, to be honest. And
yes.
Yeah.
Like did you get to go to the Matterhorn?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, we went to Lake Le Mans in Montreux. If you know what that is. Yeah. We were right north of that. That was the longest we went into Switzerland, and from there we went to Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, so Paris as well. But like this was like when I was talking about that you got a little bit fed up with the buildings, and I got that feeling right when we went there, and it's like buildings, blah blah blah. When we get to Paris, let's just move on. But Paris is a beautiful city.
The people.
No, actually, I had no problem with the people in France.
Oh, see, I went to a restaurant there, and like we had breadcrumbs in our water every night.
You went to the same restaurant?
Well, with the tour group that I had gone to Paris, they had made reservations with this restaurant 3 nights in a row, and for 3 nights in a row, we had breadcrumbs in the water, and I was like, "What?"
I would just go. Okay, I would talk about making a huge scene, but I never do. But I would just walk up there and splash the water in the face of the waiter and just throw the glass in the wall and just walk away.
But I thought setting the building on fire was a better choice.
Yeah, and stringing up the waiters in the nearest tree. That would be awesome. But yeah, all in the dreams, all in the imagination.
The mental imagery.
Yeah. It's just to blow off steam, God. Yeah, but at least I had no problems in France. We mostly went to fast food those days there because we did not bother with any restaurants. When you talk like that, it seems that we actually made a good choice.
Well, I mean, they have some really good restaurants there, but
Some of them is bad, yeah. Well,
well, the
agreeable.
whole time I was over in Europe, because in America we don't have bakeries in the sense that you have bakeries on the corner. And
No, we don't have that in Norway either. That died out.
well, all the places I went, there was like a local bakery there, so I was constantly just buying bread, like
Yeah.
eating that just bread and
Yeah.
Coca
This is
Cola.
so good. Eating a whole breaded
Exactly.
loaf, you know.
I was buying it by the loaf.
You walk around with a Coke in one hand and a loaf in another, and just look like a bum or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
actually, that's something that we have bakeries in Norway, but not in the same sense. It's more like a choice. I don't know. It's like more like a small thing where they just bake very sweet things. You know, it's not like bakeries in the sense that you can buy fresh bread. Fresh bread. We have huge bakeries which will make bread and then put it in the store. You know, but not
Right.
like in the sense that you have a bakery which one fat French guy who makes bread. Wake up at 5 in the morning and make bread for a little village. You know.
Right.
But so it's more industrialized, you know. It's not that good French little village feeling in Norway
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah, so we went to Paris and then went to Amsterdam, you know. And Amsterdam, whoa, party city. That was cool. We got like the thing was we weren't that many days in every town. You know, we were there for a couple of days, the largest ones.
Right.
So we didn't have that much time. So we went to Hard Rock Cafe in Amsterdam and got
Oh,
good food.
nice.
Yeah,
I
really.
I collect Hard Rock Cafe T-shirts from the different places I go.
Yeah, I don't do that, but oh well,
Oh.
we have the memories. Yeah, but we ate good food and then we went out and got wasted. And actually, that's something really extraordinary about them.
Internet's acting up again.
Yeah, I can hear that. You girl, get her in. You back? Hello?
Hello, my internet's being retarded.
Some mic rummaging there. You alright?
Yeah, yeah. So
Let's just let's
the
hurry. No.
company that does my internet is based in Russia, so
Oh,
I don't even know how that works.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Russians, yeah. Not don't let me get me started on the Ruskies. No, I'm just kidding. Neighbors, so. Yeah, well, something. I fell out. Yeah, Amsterdam. You know, we. I was just talking about what's very extraordinary about its red light district. You know, because I've never been there. I never seen something like that. Don't
Right.
worry, I did not buy hookers. No, I did not. I have to disappoint you there. But
You have to buy 3 for the road, you know?
what takeaway? Yeah,
Long
yeah,
term.
yeah. Take that blonde one right there. Yeah, that's they put her in a bag and I drag her. And then when you're done, you have like these big, huge canisters with you throw her in there, and then next day, like the guys come back and just pick her up and then put her back in one of the booth. Oh God, I hope no women listen to this because I'm totally horrible when it. Yeah, oh.
That was. We're gonna get flamed for that. I mean,
Yeah, kind of awful. Sorry, all the ladies out there and all the yeah that yeah whatever. We're just having fun here. But at least we went to Amsterdam, then we went to Copenhagen, and then we took the ferry home. That's really actually something quite huge here in Norway. The ferries, you know, so we that's really popular. So we went with the ferry over to from that was Sunday, and we took it over. It was a Sunday, and we arrived at Monday, and then we had been 30 days away from mom. So that was kind of cool to come home. And after that, I haven't done a single thing almost with my life, or unless these, yeah, except these few episodes of Total Warcast. I play some games, of course. But yeah, so that was my Euro trip. So it's like, guys, if you want me to ask, you just ask me a couple of questions. What towns and such. If you're going there, just ask me. I'm open book for you guys. So you seem how in the have I've never met any Americans that are so well traveled almost like you.
Well, see, I've also been to Asia as well, different
God
places there.
damn,
I lived in Korea for a year, or not a
Korea.
year,
So you talk Korean?
for a month. I lived there for a month.
Okay, you don't talk Korean.
No, no.
Okay,
But yeah, I traveled around there as well.
cool. You've more traveled than me, it seems.
Well, my father was in the military, so
Ah, Team America. No, I'm not gonna go there.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, cool. Actually, my dad works in Statoil, which so he travels a lot too. Now he's in Canada, you know, the oil sand thing. So I'm actually going to visit Canada next year. So I can't
See,
wait.
I've been meaning to go up to Canada, but
Whoa, you've been to Korea, but you have not been to Canada yet.
yeah, well, I mean,
It's
it's
Canada.
yeah, you know.
Same thing. They just speak French. It's no,
And one, yeah, I mean,
I'm awful. But yeah,
and they take hockey more seriously there. So
yeah,
I mean, other than that,
yeah.
they
Yeah, well,
say, hey,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Canada to be honest, except that it looks like a pretty laid back country, cool to be in. But at least that was the talk about my Euro trip. But now we're going back to gaming again, not real life, which is gaming is much more fun to talk about.
it's more.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is more. I wanted to throw a mod out there for Mountain Blade Warband. I have been playing that for the last half year now. I bought it just for this mod, and I've been very busy with this. It's a huge amount of fun. It's called Mountain Musket, and it's a multiplayer mod set in a Napoleonic era. So you have like line infantry, and you have like this unit set there. And since TWC have a lot of Napoleonic researchers and fans for that time era, I thought that it might be kind of cool that people would check that out. And most of most fun thing with this mod is that every weekend and in the week, if you join a regiment, which is most like a clan, you can have line battles, which is comprised of usually 200 people just going at it with uh, shooting musket balls, musket balls at each other and stabbing each other to death, which is a huge amount of fun. So I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, yeah, I'm gonna do a
I
shameless.
mean, I've played some of it. It's intense.
Yeah, yeah, Remlap. I want us TVC members to stay together, and since I'm already in a regiment, I'm gonna shamelessly dump my regiment on you guys. So if you want to join, I suggest you go to firstepi.com. It's the
FirstUPI.com.
EPI, first and like one S, like one the number,
Hmm.
no one, not letters, but one the number stepi.com. And when you get on there, I can provide the link in the description below this video. But at least if you get in there, you can press enlist now up in the corner, right corner, and then you have to register on the forums, I think now, or they have made a form, whatever. But you have to register, and you can say that you have to set up which dates you can be on training and on battles. But usually it's not very strict, to be honest. It's not like World of Warcraft where they kick you out when you don't show up. You just have to be, just give them a little heads up that you're not gonna be there. So it's really laid back and it's really cool. And yeah, so it's trainings, because we use line tactics. You move around in a set formation, and you have to fire volleys. You have to stuff like that, and yeah, so it's really cool. I'm actually in the Lithuanian Dragoons, and as well as being in the infantry. So I'm actually a cavalryman as well. So it's really cool, to be honest. I'm really glad that I bought that game because it's given me more pleasure than any almost any games now for the last time.
And it's very unique, the mechanics for it,
Yeah,
as far as the fighting goes.
yeah.
I mean, it's.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of hack and slash games, but there's very few hack and slash games where, you have cavalry and archers all at the same time.
Yeah. So Mountain Blade Warband in itself is really cool. Get that. If you don't, you have missed a lot of good things, but
Mhm.
you have missed a lot more if you don't get Mountain Musket, which is
Yeah.
free. So yeah. So get on that if you want to join me and Remlap and Gunny, guys from the forum. Go into the first DPI, join us. We need you. It would be awesome to yeah. Um, so yeah, that's I'm just throwing that out there because I said I would. Yeah, shamelessly, but it's my freaking show. I'll do what I want. Yeah, chauvinistic and do what? Yeah, get
We'll
drunk.
just burn it down. It'll
Yeah,
be good. It'll be good times. We'll set it on fire and
get string someone up a tree. Christ,
you know.
crazy.
Okay, I'll fly over now. I'll be there. And
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, I got rope. Yeah, actually, today it's kind of cool because I was in a line battle today, and because recently we have actually formed the Prussian army, which is it's an army comprised of different regiments where the first DPI is in, and I was actually recognized by a random guy from one of the other regiments, and he asked, "Have you been on any TVC interviews?" I said, "No." I said, no, I haven't. Oh, sorry. No, what? No, I just recognized your voice. Oh yeah, no, I'm the host on Total Warcast. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, cool. So, hey guys, first time recognized on the internet. I'm getting famous. Well, I thought that was cool, but yeah,
slowly but surely.
yeah, one
Next,
guy.
you'll have a YouTube channel and you'll be playing games, and the Yogscast will be second to you.
Yeah, Yogscast. Christ. It's cool. They have content, but I can't deal with Simon. Christ, it's like when I
The
pay.
the the high pitched voice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just get angry when I listen. They're good. They have provided a good content and they're enjoyable sometimes. But it's like when they play Portal 2, the co-op. I couldn't do even one episode of that because like, God damn it! It's not that fucking hard. Christ! You're like, and they scream.
Yeah.
And I was like, Lewis at least tried to do the game. Simon just runs off.
Especially with like Minecraft for me. Sometimes that's very hard because, you know,
They're not
I'm not like,
focused. Yeah,
yeah.
not
It's like,
focused.
what are you doing?
Yeah, get on with it. But yeah, so yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, actually, on the topic of YouTube, as you know, I am posting all my videos now on YouTube, which is great in the sense that it's no problems, with bandwidth like I had with Podomatic, but also it provides me with the opportunity to actually make more content for you guys if you want. I could throw out some first mountain musket videos if you want. I wanted to take some gameplay from Orc Must Die because I enjoyed it so much, but I wasn't sure if you guys wanted it because if you just want the Warcast, I understand that and I will not post anything else, but if you want other YouTube content with me actually saying something and you guys, maybe I invite someone from the TWC community, um, just say so. I just need a little nod in my direction. Like me and Anchor, we did that BF3 Battlefield 3, the beta gameplay.
Mhm.
So you can check it out if you want. That would be cool if you did, Rem. And all the others as well. So, but yeah, that and something I got today actually was I checked the thread for episode 13, and there was a guy there who listens to the Warcast on the go, and he wanted the MP3 file. Now, what I ask of you is that I want to make a torrent, and that basically, for those who don't know what a torrent is, I guess you don't. Yeah, whatever is that. It's a where I can personally upload it on the internet, and you can download it at a depends on the internet, but at a fast speed. I have enough.
As long
Upload.
as you have more than 750 kilobytes per second.
Don't worry, I have fiber. I can download at 4.6 at the most megabytes per second.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate you. I mean,
yeah, I love myself, but it's kind of I hate I can't like I'm really like scared of when I have to move. out, because then I have to buy a horrible internet and I can't download at the same time as I'm playing and such. It's gonna be awful. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know
Like,
you know.
with Steam, it took me so long to download Shogun 2. I think it took me like 2 days.
Yeah, awful.
And then I didn't even play it that much because,
Didn't like it.
well, I mean, it's fun, but I like the original Shogun better. It's just it's not as interesting, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
It's very like boxed in as a Total War goes.
yeah. Well, we're not here to talk about that, but sure, we got your opinion.
Yeah,
Actually,
that is my opinion, and please feel free to troll, flame, and
or agree for all we care.
or agree. Yeah.
But at least there you have it. So just let me know if you want me to do a torrent for it. I could probably do a mega upload and all that stuff, but I think torrent is pretty good, because then it's, I don't know, I just like it.
Well, it only works if people are seeding, and that slows your internet. So.
But I'm gonna seed, I just
Okay.
yeah. What I'm thinking about, maybe actually having a joint pack of all the Warcasts, maybe, and or just like give every single episode out, and just seed for, I know, forever.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, that's actually, I don't have anything more to add. Rem, do you want to add something before you go? Shout out to someone,
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of people I can shout out to on Total War
the
Center.
girl next to you. Shout out to her, Frederick.
Oh well, she's in the other room now.
Okay.
But yeah, like.
Yeah, it's hard.
I hope my parents aren't watching this, so I can't say, "Hey, mom."
I doubt it, to be honest. I don't have that huge of a listening base, even though I had a lot of views on the last Warcast, which was amazingly fun. It's I just want to thank everyone for actually listening. It's a huge, what do you call it? I get really eager to do another Warcast when I look at those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's
yeah. So I'm not gonna do the usual subscribe, like, and rate, or favorite, because I'm not that attention whore. But I enjoy you listening, and this was Total Warcast episode 14, and now I have 10 hours of rendering time in front of me.
nice.
Yes, so I'm probably going to bed now. It's 2:41 in the morning here, and I'm going up. I'm gonna have to wake up in 4 hours and 20 minutes, I think.
Ouch. That's rough.
Yeah, I gotta go work gotta go out.
Tone, who did RS2, he got 3 hours of sleep the entire time he was working on the mod.
Yeah, but I'm not beast, When I first sleep, when I first let myself sleep out, I sleep for 12 hours each time, every day. So it's I have to I have to fix my sleeping rhythm. But
yeah.
Yeah, but it was enjoyable having you here, Rem. We have actually talked for 1.5 hours. This Warcast just keeps on going, forever and ever. Soon we're gonna have a 2 hours podcast, but there's actually something I want to try sometimes, is actually getting a live podcast out there. But I need the audience to listen to it.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to plan it in advance.
Yeah, exactly, and these are a lot more easier to do, because you can find a time, I can find a time, and yeah. But at least this was the Total Warcast. I was your host. My guest was Remlap. I hope you enjoyed the show. Say goodbye, Remlap.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
See you. Yeah.
Yes, and it was an enjoyment for this 1.5 hour, and hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.